Hi guys, Uncle Jesse here. How y'all doing today? I figured I'd tag in and give you a little video about what's going on, give you an update about the property, and correct a couple of mistakes I made in my 13A visa. But anyway, we went down to the realtor company and signed the papers with the lawyers. And they got the titles to the property and they got the clear tax declaration. But the problem is now they're having right-of-way issues for the road they want to put in there because our property is in the middle of that great big old rice field, and they want to put that road in there through the other farmer's property. And I can understand these farmers don't want to give up, what little bit of land they got. These people are poor. And so I told them that I wasn't upset. I was upset at first when I saw the rice planted all over the neighborhood that I thought we was fixing to get ready to build on. But now, seeing things in a different perspective, I hope the farmers have the best yield they've ever had. I hope to God and I pray to God that the farmers double their yield on that property. And I hope the farmer just makes a good amount of rice for his hard work. Because, that 200 square meters that we bought is 4,000 US dollars. Well, actually less than 4,000 US dollars. 200,000 pesos, which is right now a little less than 4,000 US dollars. I'd have to look it up to get the exact amount, but I mean, you can do your own research and get the exact amount, but it's less than 4,000 US dollars. And you know what? In my lifetime, in different parts of my life, dealing with different people, at one point I lost over $250,000 US dollars from a manager of a business I was partners in. And the police, the powers to be, so to speak, would not do anything about it. And I found out later on that the couple that was helping managing this business that we were trying to incorporate, because we were getting pretty big. It was a security alarm business. In security alarms, if you can grow your company, you can become a very large corporation dealing with security alarms, because home security is something that everyone needs in these days and times. But anyway, 4,000 US dollars, money really don't make a hill of beans to me. I'd rather the people have a good yield, the poor people, to be honest with you. But the problem we're having now, like I said, is the right-of-way for the road, because the two roads come in like this, almost parallel. The back road kind of curves around a little bit, and it curves way out around and meets the main road out there that you come by the property. You can see the property. You can cut in on that road and go around to the back side of the property where I did the videos, and you can see the back side of the property. And that day that my camera was acting screwy, wouldn't zoom in, wouldn't zoom out, it wouldn't do anything, it was acting stupid. which I could be wrong. My wife says I'm paranoid, which, yeah, I'm a little paranoid. Well, sometimes I'm a lot paranoid, but only the paranoid survive. Remember that. But I think it has a lot to do with what's going on in the world right now. They want to control every aspect of our lives. So that's another video. But anyway, they're having trouble getting the right of way for this road to connect the main highway out here to the back road that goes around and then stops and turns into a dirt road like we used to have back in the country. You know, not all the roads are paved in the country. But anyway, they're having right-of-way issues. And now the owners of the realty company are talking with the lawyer about maybe it's cheaper for us to go ahead and give them their money back instead of coming to an agreement and paying these farmers for the right of way just for the road, because you know these roads are very small here compared to the roads in the United States. These barangay roads, you can barely pass two cars. Really close, and sometimes one car has to pull over because you just can't pass two cars on these narrow roads. But the roads still have to be so many millimeters or meters or however, so many feet wide, because these big tractor trailers do come through these roads for shortcuts and also delivering building supplies. Now, when you have one of those trucks on the road, that's the only thing can go down these roads is one of them trucks. And you barely have enough room on one side or the other to pass a motorcycle. Sometimes on these roads, I've had to find a spot while the truck slows down and stops, find a spot that juts over a little bit and stop so he can pass, because there's no riding your scooter past some of these big trucks on these roads around here. But anyway, I just wanted to clear that up. I'll show you a picture in a minute of us signing the paperwork, the agreement, to where if they cannot get everything settled by January 31st of 2024, they're just going to give everybody a refund back, because you know what good is a piece of property if you can't get a clear and defined road to get to it? And you just can't go driving through somebody's rice field. Your truck, your scooter, your bicycle will just sink and be lost. But anyway, that's what's going on with the property. And so, you know, we got the title, we got the tax declaration, all that squared away. But the problem we're having now is the road right of way and the negotiations of the other farmers in the area, because the neighborhood they got planned, and I'm sure it's going to spread out. But you know, when you have a farm and it's been in your family for 100 years or more, you don't want to give it up. Sometimes people have literally an attachment to that property. And I don't blame them. I'm not going to get mad about it. I'm a foreigner here. Like I said, I see all these guys complaining about, oh, we lost money here and we lost money there and I went broke and that. You know, you have to watch yourself, because sometimes it's not the people that you're dealing with or the company that you're dealing with. It's the government powers to be that will ruin your expectations of what's going on. So as soon as the city officials and the barangay officials and the farmers and the realty company can all get together on some kind of agreement and payment for that road right of way where everybody's satisfied, then we can have a road put through there virtually immediately and have the land surveyed off into plots according to the road, however much is whose and what's and that and the other thing, and then we can go in and finish whatever we got planned for the property. So I just wanted to give y'all a little update on the property. Watch till the end of the video and you'll see a picture of us with the owner from left to right, the owner standing there, the lawyer standing there, and the people that we know. Our barangay official here is one of them. We're all standing there together in the picture at the realty company with our signed contracts. So if you're going to deal in buying land for your spouse here in the Philippines, your Filipino or your Filipina wife, then go through a reputable company, realty company, or if you're dealing directly with a Philippine citizen, make sure they have clear title and updated tax declaration on this property that you're planning on buying. Otherwise, it's basically useless. Anyway, guys, the next thing I want to address is the 13A visa. Now, I've had a few complaints on my 13A visa, and sometimes I get confused and I miss points, and everybody does. We're only human. Alright. The correction on the 13A visa video is after you go through your year probationary and you go down and to renew your 13A visa after the 1 year probationary, because you have to have 1 year probationary on the 13A visa, as long as you are married to your Filipina, your 13A visa is good. Now, you do have to go in the first months of the year, January, February, March. I think the first 3 months of the year, they give you a little leadway there. You do have to go down to the visa office and show up and say, hey, I'm here. I'm just checking in. I'm still alive. Me and my wife still married. Whatever the case may be, you still have to check in. And I think it's going to cost you maybe 350 pesos, which is about $6 or $7, just to go say, hey, I'm here. And I understand it's part of them making a little bit of money to pay their employees and whatnot. But you got to remember, expats, this is not your country, so you have to abide by their rules. So the first of the year, I get to go in and, go into the visa office, say, hey, I'm here, blah, 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 blah. They may want to ask some questions. I'm not real sure because I've never checked in before just to be checking in. But this is just like a one-time yearly check-in. And so your 13A visa is good as long as you are married to your Filipina, and your ACI card, which is your identification card for the Philippines, showing that you're 13A or whatever, your identification, like a driver's license, but it's a government identification card. You have to renew that every 5 years. I'm pretty sure it's just like America because people's faces change as we get older. I look totally different than what I did when I was 25 or 35 or 45. So, the 13A visa is as good for as long as you are married to your Filipina. And the ACI card needs to be renewed every 5 years. And no, You don't have to have a government connection to go down and apply for your 13A. If you have all your paperwork, marriage certificate, birth certificate, all blah, blah, blah. I mean, come on, people, you're going to have proof. When you go down to the visa office, immigration, and get your 13A visa, you do not have to have a relative, which Zia's dad, he's not really a government official, he's a civil service worker, okay? Kind of like I was in America. I was in the maintenance department. He's in the maintenance department. He does his specialty, which is building and repair. And I did my specialty, which is electrical, plumbing, and mainly HVACR, heating, air, and refrigeration. I worked on multi-ton chillers and multi-ton boilers. And I'm talking about 200 and 300 ton. I think the biggest one we had was 450 ton chiller that we had in one building. But this is commercial refrigeration and air conditioning is what I dealt with. And boilers, billions of BTU boilers. Anyway, back to my point. What was my point? I'm getting to my point. Okay, so you don't have to have a government official to go down and get your 13A visa. At the time I got my 13A visa, the office here in Manila required you to have a vaccine card. That BS, whatever. Anyway, I have not taken the vaccine, and I will not take that. I will not let my wife take that. We already have enough health problems without adding to it. I mean, do your own research. Don't be a sheeple. Anyway, I need to turn my fan on. It's getting a little warm in here. Yeah, we got a nice sunny day today. So, you don't need a government official to go down and get your 13A visa. I had one guy comment, I'm not going to call out any business, but I just went down there and paid them 37,000 pesos for my 1 year probationary 13A visa and my ACI card. And I just went down again, and it only cost me 37,000 pesos for my permanent 13A visa and my ACI card. And I'm like, he's telling me I'm wrong. Boy, you know what, partner? If you'd have went down there yourself, it would have cost you a little over 11,000 pesos. And that's a big difference between $200 and $700. You got the money to throw away, hey, when you ride by my house, chunk a bundle out. But I didn't want to waste that money, and I knew if I went down and took care of it myself, that it would be way, way cheaper than have a business do it. and if you go down and take care of it yourself, there's long lines, there's waiting periods. If you have an appointment, they fast track you. Boom, 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 boom. If you just show up, you're going to have to wait in line, wait your turn. Could take 2 hours, 1 hour, several hours, depending on how busy they are. But we had an appointment. We was in and out in less than an hour. It was more traveling to get there and to get back home than it was to get my 13A visa. It was just that quick. Once we got in there, there was like, you fill out this paperwork here, and then they say, okay, sir, ma'am, go over here, and you go over here, and then you got to do that, and sign here, and then you go over here, and then you go upstairs, and then you go back to different little apartments to get everything squared away. You don't have to have a company do it for you. When you have a company do it for you, you're paying for the pleasure of, here's my money, here's my information, marriage license, birth certificate, all that. Thank you. And they go and do all of that. You ain't even got to show up at the visa office. You just go to their office, give them the money, give them your information, what they require. They go take care of all that for you. When they get done, they call you, text you, send you a message, and then you go back to their office and pick up your visa and your ACI card and your paperwork. But like I said, if you want to save a bunch of money, and you know, I'm an old country boy, $300 is good money to me. You know, that's we could go out and eat good and, you know, have a good time on $300 here in the Philippines. I was just getting tired of giving it to somebody else because I knew if I did it myself, it would be cheaper. So that's it, the update on the property and the update to the 13A visa. Remember, it's good for as long as your Filipina can stand you. So, y'all have a good day and be good to one another. Always be good to one another, guys. I'm so tired of the nastiness going on in the world, and I'm really tired of the BS and stupidity our government is putting out with their propagandic, you know. Anyway, good day.